Thought I'd come down and do a video and press every single button on the ICOM 705. It's been great fun. M0FXB, we're just going to go through and push every button on the ICOM 705. So let's start off with the twin PBT. Push that. First of all, come out of DR mode by pressing call. Let's go into 80 meters. So twin PBT, you push it once to adjust the twin PBT passband tuning control. So press it once, and when you press it again you can adjust each one. There you go. If you hold it down it sets it back to default. If you look at filter 2 up here, you can tap it, you can change the filter you want to use. There's another nifty thing. If you tap the battery, you get to see that as well. The battery is connected at the moment, so you've got the battery emblem. If you plug in the DC power supply, that changes to like a little yellow Z to show that it's charging. The power button, so if you hold it down, it turns off. Just briefly tap it to turn it on. If you just press it once, you can just turn the screen off, or you can scroll down and you can actually do a screen capture, and it saves that on your SD card. It won't work if there's no SD card. You've got your Vox activation here. When you're in CW, it does break in. So if we come out of CW, SSB, hit the Vox, and then it comes up, and you can actually hold it down and you can change the settings here with the multi knob on the right. Then the call button here. Now, if you hold that, it gets you into DR mode. There are videos on what DR mode is, but it's basically digital repeater mode. You can upload a file with all this information in it, and it just makes the whole D-Star experience a lot more interesting. And then if you're in DR and you push the call, then it takes you to to VFO mode. You can come out of VFO mode and go into memory mode by selecting the tapping here where it says VFO and then memo.
I remember.
And then you're into your memory channels. We'll go back to VFO. So AF RF squelch. So volume is here. You can actually set your microphone to do volume as well. It's in the settings. If you press it once, you adjust the squelch. If you press it, if you tap the RF gain, you can adjust that. And that's quite handy. The RIT, receive increments tuning, press it once, you get to adjust the receive. Press and hold. Actually, I did that backwards. So we're adjusting the receive now by pressing it once, press and hold, then it's the TX as well. If you hold it down, it puts it back to default. So the XFC, if you hold that, you'll get your input. If you've got repeater settings in there, you'll get your input. Memory pad's quite handy. So whatever's on your screen, hold it down. It beeps twice. It puts it into the memory pad. Go menu, mem pad. It's there, and you can select that and store it into your menu. Sorry, your memory. You can store quite a few of these, and let's just say you like that one, you want to store it permanently into your memory bank. Just push tap VFO, go to select the group you want to use, because the 705 does that. It's always trying to tell you, okay, what group are you going to put that memory channel in. So let's say that's a HF1, and then hold down MW. and you've stored that in that group, as you can see, and you can scroll through that group as well. Okay. Scan function, so let's just go into scope. Scan function here, so if you press and hold, it will start to scan. You can help it around with the channel change knob. Press scan briefly, it will stop. If you press and hold it, if you just press it, you get these options where you can actually change the settings of the scan, which is quite good. You've got the speech button here.
S040.8875 megahertz.
Gives you all the information. You can press and hold the same button to lock the radio. Press and hold to unlock. You've got this auto tune thing, which is more for CW, for fine tuning those signals, and I think it can be used in FT8 as well. The menu button here, so you've got menus 1, so loads on here, and we'll save that for another video. You've got another menu within that called set. You've got your Bluetooth, wireless LAN, SD card. You can reset the radio, information. So that's that button. Function, you've got 2 menus again, preamp, AGC, all your filters here. Split frequency, which is quite good on this radio. Menu number 2, you can set the max power when it's on battery. You can do your duplex, plus, minus. If you hold that, you can set the duplex offset frequency. If you want to set your tone, go to hit function and then go to menu number 1, go to tone. You can select which one you want. You can hold down the tone and you can select the frequency of the tone as well. Then you've got the you've got the memory scope button here. So let's come out of the menu we were in. Select menu scope. You get that. You could select audio as well. We need to be receiving something really, so let's get it into some sort of receiver. Go into DR mode. See, oh, there's a signal coming in there. So as people speak, you've got the audio scope here and the normal scope at the top. If you hold it down again, you get that. You can expand it. Then you've got the quick button. So GPS information, just some handy things to look at quickly. One handy thing is if you tap the GPS flashing here at the top, you'll get the GPS satellite information. That goes color when it's got a proper lock. You can tap and you can see the clock as well, and you can set different time zones. So overall, I think that's all the buttons. It's about 20 buttons. The screen itself is almost like a button. You know, if you tap the frequency, you can change the frequency. You can enter frequencies yourself. You've got an FM radio.
Being rolled out. GP Sarah Jarvis, Clinical Director at Patent Info, is with us. Sarah, good morning to you.
If you tap the mode, you just tap USB up here, and you can select any mode you like. Tap VFO, gets you into the whole memory system. You can see Wi-Fi there. So to get Wi-Fi on, just push menu, set, go to wireless LAN, connection settings, select manual, and then you put in your SSID and your password, then hit connect. So it's a bit different. I haven't found where you can just search what's available. Anyway, let's go back. Your SD card settings there, all the usual, even pictures and things. You can view your screenshots. There's a screenshot from before. You can do your firmware update using your SD card. Bluetooth, the usual settings, pairing and all the rest of it. So I mean, it's a fantastic radio. It does so much. You can sit here and play with this for so long. ICOM have really thought this one through. I mean, they did a lot of the work with this 9700 and the 7300, and with this they've just added more. Yeah, it is only 10 watts. It's quite a small item, but it's because of that you don't have to lug around a big power supply. There's the battery, and I've got a couple of spares. If it was 100 watts, you wouldn't be able to carry it everywhere, take it everywhere. I mean, it's almost like a big handheld. And I've compared it to the 7300. It's just as good. Some people say that the BNC seems a bit flimsy, but not to me. I think the BNC is solid. Yeah, feels solid to me. You've got your connectors here. You know, the microphone's a bit different because you have two plugs. If you leave one out, the speaker on the radio works. If you plug it in, the microphone becomes a speaker microphone. You've got a micro SD card slot there. You've got a mini USB here. You've got plugs for your amplifier, your DC cable there. So I think it's a fantastic set. So I hope this helps. M0FXB73.